A wealthy young man sauntered into the amusement park, clearly accustomed to getting his way. Spotting my best friend, Sarah, and me near the front of the line for the park's biggest roller coaster, he made a bold offer. Cash to swap places with us. Sarah's face turned red with fury. You think you can just buy everything? We may not have your money, but we've got pride. Keep dreaming if you think we'll give up our spots. She tugged at my arm, her voice low and urgent. Emma, we've been planning this day forever. You're not going to let this guy push us around, are you? We deserve to enjoy this. Her words stung, almost convincing me to stand my ground. But then, strange text appeared in my vision, like a digital overlay from some futuristic app. The protagonist is so clueless. Last time, after she turned down the rich guy's offer, her best friend secretly messaged him, sold their spots for $50,000, and kept every cent. Later, when the protagonist's family faced medical bills, that same friend ghosted her. She ended up broke and alone. Total disaster. I blinked, stunned by the floating words. $50,000? For stepping out of line? We've been here since dawn, Sarah hissed, her voice sharp with indignation. We earned this spot. Don't let this jerk humiliate us. But the text kept scrolling. Don't be foolish, protagonist. That's life-changing money. Don't let your friends' fake morals cost you. The number danced in my head. $50,000. I'd been out of college for a year, scraping by on a meager salary. That kind of money could take years to save. Decision made. I approached the guy, who was tapping his foot impatiently. All right, sir, $50,000? I'm done waiting anyway. The spot's yours. Emma, what are you doing? Sarah screeched, stomping toward me. Have some self-respect. You're selling out for pocket change. Ignoring her, I pulled out my phone. The guy flashed his screen, his banking app, not a contact list, and I sent him my payment info. Whoa, did the protagonist just grow a spine? This isn't how the story goes. Smart move. The guy respects people who play ball. He's here to unwind after a rough day, and the original protagonist just made it worse by arguing. A notification chimed. $50,000 received. My heart raced. My family had never seen that kind of money. All for an hour in line? It felt unreal. Sir, I said, an idea sparking. Let me make your day even better. Which rides are next? I'll hold spots for you, no extra charge. The text had mentioned his bad mood. A guy like him wouldn't stop at one ride. He'd want the full VIP treatment. He raised an eyebrow, a hint of approval in his gaze. Not bad. Give me your number. Text me your location so I can find you. No way. Sarah yanked my phone from my hand, her eyes blazing. Emma, are you insane? You're letting this rich creep treat you like a servant. My patience snapped. Give me my phone, Sarah. This is my choice. I held out my hand, my voice firm. Turning back to the man, I smiled. What's your name, sir?
Ethan.
Share your location. I don't want you disappearing with my money. His eyes glinted in the dim light of the queue area. I nodded, stepping out of line. Sarah called after me, but I didn't look back. I hurried toward the next ride, determined not to let her ruin this opportunity. Ethan texted his next destination, the swinging pendulum ride. I checked the park map and rushed over, stopping briefly at a kiosk to grab a cold water bottle and a small fan to stay comfortable in the heat. Emma, stop this. Sarah's voice cut through the crowd. She'd followed me, grabbing my arm with a dramatic frown. This isn't you. You're acting like some hired lackey. It's degrading. I sighed, pulling free. It's no different from my day job, Sarah. I trade time for money there, too, for a fraction of what I just made. I'll send you $500, I offered. Take a cab home. We can hang out another day. 500, she sputtered. He paid you 50 grand. There it was, her real issue. She wasn't worried about me. She was jealous. She wasn't getting a share. Take it or leave it, I said, brushing past her toward the exit. Suddenly, Sarah collapsed with a theatrical wail.
Ow.
My leg. It's my old injury. I can't move. Instinctively, I almost ran to her side. But then, the mysterious text reappeared. She's faking. Don't buy it, protagonist. Her leg's fine. The protagonist's too soft. Her friend lied about a car accident, claiming she broke her leg getting her a birthday gift. Truth is, she crashed her boyfriend's bike and made it all up to avoid trouble. My jaw dropped. 2 years ago, Sarah had called me from the hospital, sobbing about a car crash while buying my birthday present. I'd paid her bills, cancel my plans, and spent weeks helping her recover. All based on a lie. Emma, help me? Sarah cried, clutching her leg. I turned to the kiosk clerk. I don't really know her, I said evenly. She seems hurt. Could you call for help? The clerk and a few bystanders rushed to Sarah, crowding around her. Trapped by her own act, she couldn't back out now. I slipped away, heading for the pendulum ride, ready to secure Ethan's next spot. By the time I reached the front of the line for the next ride, Ethan arrived. I handed him a chilled water bottle and turned on a portable fan, directing a cool breeze his way. His tense shoulders eased, and a faint smile crossed his face. With a casual flick of his phone, he sent another $10,000 to my account. Once he seemed refreshed, I dashed to the next attraction on his list. I'd researched not only the top rides, but also the best dining spots in the park. By evening, Ethan was well-fed, thrilled from the rides, and genuinely cheerful. Exhausted but elated, I checked my bank balance, healthier than ever. The final stop was the Ferris wheel, just as the park's fireworks display was about to begin. The view from the top was perfect for photos, and the line was already packed. I skipped dinner to secure a prime spot for my high-rolling client. Ethan strolled up after a relaxed meal, tossing me a takeout bag from a fancy park restaurant. You've been hustling all day. Eat something. The gesture hit me hard. I hadn't eaten, partly to hold his spot, but mostly because park food was outrageously priced. I'd packed instant noodles, planning to find hot water later. Now my client was treating me. I grinned, stepping aside to find a bench. Eat here, Ethan said, stopping me. You're riding with me. I hesitated. I only saved one spot. He scoffed, turning to the guy behind him. Hey, $1,000 for your spot. The guy agreed instantly, eyes gleaming. But I wasn't thrilled. Riding in a cozy Ferris wheel cabin with a near stranger felt odd. Ethan seemed to sense my unease, giving me a playful nudge. Relax. I need someone to snap my photos up there. The floating text had other ideas. He's totally into her. She's been his personal VIP crew all day. Water, fans, even bug spray when a mosquito bit him. Who wouldn't fall for that? I ignored the comments, keeping my eyes down. I'd packed those supplies for myself. Ethan just benefited. He was a client like my old boss. Falling for a client? Not my style. As we left the park under a dark sky, I assumed Ethan would drive himself home. I was about to head for the subway when a line of sleek, logoed cars pulled up, clearly worth a fortune. A poised woman in her 50s stepped out of the lead car, exuding authority. Enjoyed yourself, Ethan? Time to go home. How'd you know I was here? Ethan's tone was sharp. Following me again? I tried to slip away, avoiding family drama. The last train was leaving soon. Young lady, hold on, the woman, likely his mother, called out. The text flared. Go talk to her, Protagonist. In the original story, the friend schmoozed her way into high society by charming Ethan's mom. Too bad the protagonist shy. Mrs. Harper was thrilled to see Ethan happy and was about to offer her a job as his personal assistant, way better pay than her old gig. A job? That got my attention. I could play extrovert for the right price. Yes, ma'am, I said, switching to professional mode. How can I assist you? You spent all day with Ethan, she said warmly. I haven't seen him this relaxed in ages. Would you consider keeping him company regularly? The phrasing was odd, but I nodded. If Mr. Harper needs me, I'm available. I know great spots, parks, events, you name it. Perfect, she said. He's always glued to his video games. It's a relief to know someone can get him out. Ethan didn't object, seeming pleased with my work. Before I knew it, an assistant was noting my details for a personal companion contract, complete with a hefty salary and benefits. Mrs. Harper even sent a car to drive me home. The next day, I quit my job. I took my parents for medical checkups, catching issues early. Mrs. Harper provided a car, so I could chauffeur Ethan, doubling my pay as his driver. The floating text went wild, gushing about Ethan's feelings for me. Look at his eyes. He's smitten. This storyline's way better. Hold up. Doesn't he have a childhood sweetheart? She's still his number one. A childhood sweetheart? I shrugged it off. I was here for the job, not romance. Days later, I pulled up to Ethan's mansion for a hiking trip. A striking woman blocked my path. So, you're the assistant my aunt hired for Ethan? Before I could respond, the text appeared. The childhood sweetheart's back? Bad timing. She's known him forever. The protagonist got 2 weeks compared to her 15 years. No contest. I flashed a professional smile. Hi, I'm Emma, Ethan's assistant. She smirked. You're done. Don't come back. Excuse me? Cutting off my paycheck? I kept my cool. That's not your call. I have a contract with Mr. Harper. Take it up with him. I sidestepped her toward the house. She shoved me, and I stumbled, grabbing the door frame. Sienna, what's wrong with you? Ethan's voice boomed as he appeared. This woman's a gold digger. Sienna snapped, waving a stack of papers. She targeted you at the park. These chats prove it. My stomach dropped. The profile picture on the screenshots was mine. The other person? Sarah. Sienna was prepared. I forced a calm tone. Impressive evidence, I said sarcastically. Ethan barely glanced at the papers. This? I could fake that in minutes. The text cheered. Thank goodness Ethan's sharp. Falling for that would have been too predictable. Sienna nodded, unfazed. I figured you'd say that. That's why I brought her. Sarah stepped forward, pointing at me. Ethan, it's true. Emma planned it all at the park to win you over. We were friends for years, I know her game. Her words hit hard. A live witness was tougher to dismiss, especially since everyone knew we'd been close. I leaned toward Ethan, whispering, we had a fight. She's jealous of my job and making this up. Sienna stepped closer, raising her hand. I know your type, climbing the social ladder. Time to learn your place. As her hand swung toward my face, I ducked, nudging Ethan forward. Slap. Her hand connected with his cheek. Sienna gasped, pulling back. Ethan, I'm so sorry. I meant to hit her. A red mark bloomed on his face. I grabbed a cold water bottle from the car and pressed it to his cheek. If that's your aim by mistake, I'd hate to see you try, I said pointedly. The text roared. Emma's got instincts. Pro-level dodge. Sienna's done in Ethan's eyes now. Ethan took the bottle, his expression dark. You think I'm an idiot? He said to Sienna. I know Emma better than you do. Calling her names? Where's your dignity? Get out, both of you. Sienna's face fell. Ethan, we've known each other for years. Does that mean nothing? My heart raced. She had history I couldn't match. If he fired me, I'd need severance. Years, Ethan echoed coldly. And I never knew you'd hit someone. Leave. Sienna hesitated, then turned and left with Sarah. I exhaled, job secure for now. With the villa quiet again, guilt hit me hard. I'm really sorry, boss, I said to Ethan, my tone sincere. I didn't mean for you to get slapped. It was a reflex. Are we still going out? I asked, hoping to move past the incident. Ethan glanced at me, his face unreadable. Not today. Take the day off. Perfect. Up early for nothing. The floating text chimed in. Why is Ethan mad at Emma? She didn't do anything wrong. Look at her, she's crushed. Rich guys are a headache. Grab the money and go, Emma. Sienna's probably already complaining to his mom. This drama's not done. I'd handled worse clients than Ethan in my years of work, and none paid nearly as well. A job this good was worth keeping. I wasn't quitting anytime soon. For the next few days, Ethan stayed quiet, likely still upset. I enjoyed the paid break, using the time to sort family matters. My parents' medical tests showed minor issues, fixable with small surgeries. I paid for top-notch doctors and a private nurse, grateful for my new income. Then, an unexpected visitor appeared at my door. Ethan's birthday is coming up, Sienna said, her usual smugness gone, replaced by a softer tone. I'm planning a surprise party for him. You need to bring him. The text flashed warnings. Emma, don't fall for it. She's up to no good. I stayed guarded. A surprise? So, he doesn't know about it. Sienna sighed, exasperated. Obviously. Just make it happen. Her logic seemed reasonable enough. All right, I said. Send me the location. Sure, she replied. And I'll need your ID number for the guest list verification. She sent the details. A party at the marina on a yacht. A glimpse into the elite world. Exciting for someone like me from a small town. But the text went crazy. Emma, it's a trap. Don't do it. Ethan was kidnapped as a kid and held on a ship. He's terrified of water. Taking him there is cruel. What's Sienna's deal? Is she trying to hurt him? This is messed up. My heart raced. Kidnapped? That explained why Ethan skipped water rides at the park, like the river splash. A yacht would be his worst nightmare. I nearly backed out, but Sienna had already left. Confronting her would spark another scene, and without Ethan to intervene, I'd be stuck. As long as he didn't go near the water, he'd be fine. Instead, I texted Ethan, explaining that my parents were being discharged from the hospital on his birthday, so I'd be with them and couldn't celebrate in person. Problem solved. No need to mention his phobia or my mysterious text feed. On Ethan's birthday, I sent a bouquet and a cake to his house. Even if I wasn't there, I wanted my boss to feel appreciated. That evening, as I ate dinner at home, my phone wouldn't stop ringing. When I answered, my world flipped upside down. Ethan had fallen into the water. Speeding to the hospital, my thoughts spiraled. Why was he near water? He knew his fear. At the hospital, Ethan was in the emergency room. A crowd waited outside, including Mrs. Harper and Sienna. Sienna spotted me and rushed over, tears streaming down her face. Emma, are you crazy? Taking Ethan to the water when you know he's terrified. She swung, her hand connecting with my cheek. Without Ethan to block it, the sting hit full force. If he doesn't make it, you're done, she shrieked. My face burned, a metallic taste in my mouth. I met her gaze and slapped her back, hard. Don't touch me again, I said, voice low. Sienna gasped, clutching her cheek. You hit me. I turned to Mrs. Harper, keeping my tone even. I didn't know Ethan was afraid of water. I took the day off to be with my parents. I wasn't anywhere near the beach. Always keep receipts. I pulled out my phone and showed Mrs. Harper my text to Ethan. I'm as worried about him as you are, but this isn't on me. Sienna's the one who told me to bring him to the marina for his birthday. What was her plan? Mrs. Harper scanned the messages, her expression shifting with doubt as she glanced at Sienna. I never mentioned a marina, Sienna shot back. The party was at a mountain cabin. I sent invites to all our friends for the cabin. You're trying to pin this on me. The text flared. Classic setup. Ethan was traumatized by his kidnapping and didn't speak for years. Emma's in hot water now. Sienna's behind it. She tricked Ethan into thinking Emma had a surprise at the beach. He went without checking, and she pushed him in. This is juicy. Her word against hers. Who'll Mrs. Harper believe? Mrs. Harper wavered, caught between our stories. Sienna seized the moment, tears flowing as she faced her. Auntie, you've known me forever. Ethan and I grew up together. Why would I hurt him? This woman's been scheming from the start. She pulled out a document. Here's proof. Emma booked a yacht behind our backs. She planned to take him on the water. The paper showed a booking confirmation with my name and ID number. Now I understood why Sienna wanted my ID. I'd walked right into her trap. The tide had turned. Anything I said now would sound like a desperate excuse. I clenched my fists, keeping my voice steady. Mrs. Harper, this is a setup. Ethan's my employer. Why would I hurt him? I'd protect him before anyone. Sienna cut in, smirking. Maybe you didn't know about his fear. Maybe you just wanted to show off and messed up. Either way, people like you always have an agenda. Her words stung, and they hit Mrs. Harper hard. She'd hired me to keep Ethan safe, and now he was in the hospital. Someone had to take the blame. Emma, Mrs. Harper said, her tone cold. Your contract is terminated. You're no longer needed. Just then, the emergency room light dimmed. Mr. Harper is stable, the doctor announced. He's awake. Relief flooded the room, including me. If Ethan had been seriously hurt, I'd have no chance to clear my name. Mrs. Harper could have destroyed me. But maybe this was my out. Staying near Ethan meant more of Sienna's schemes. I'd earned enough money, and my parents were healthy. Nothing held me here. Ethan was wheeled out, his eyes distant, like he'd checked out. Ethan, please say something, Mrs. Harper pleaded, gently touching his face, terrified he'd retreat into silence like he did after his childhood trauma. He needs rest, Auntie, Sienna said, stepping forward to steady Mrs. Harper. Looking at Ethan's pale face, I felt a pang. We'd grown close, in a way. But after today, our paths would split. Two lines never meant to meet again. As I turned to leave, a hand grabbed my wrist, strong despite his condition. I froze. Ethan, let go, Mrs. Harper said, trying to loosen his grip. Ethan, I get it, Sienna cooed, blocking my view. You want justice for what she did. Don't worry, I'll make sure she's gone. She glared at me. Why are you still here? Leave. I raised my trapped hand. You see this? I'm not staying by choice. Want me gone? Get him to let go. The text went wild. She's clueless. He's holding on for dear life, and she's ready to bolt. How are they ever getting together like this? If he confessed now, she'd probably say, "What's that?" I Googled it and got no results. Sienna tried to pry Ethan's fingers off, but his grip was iron for someone just out of the ER. Stop it, I snapped, seeing his hand pale. You'll hurt him. I pushed Sienna back and leaned close to Ethan. You want me to stay? Blink twice for yes. He blinked hard, twice. See? I said, glancing at the others. He doesn't want me gone. I'm stuck. She'll only cause more trouble. Sienna protested, her voice shaky. We need her out. Mrs. Harper, I said calmly. Ethan's awake. Once he's rested, he can tell us what happened. Mrs. Harper nodded slowly. All right. Stay with him. We'll settle this when he's better. We moved to a private room. Ethan still held my wrist, so I sat by his bed. Sienna fumed outside, powerless. If I was stuck, I'd make it count. If Ethan went silent again, I'd never clear my name. I leaned in and whispered, Boss, you can't clam up now. He'll back me up. Your childhood friend's a piece of work, she slapped me. Don't worry, I hit her back. But you need to recover and set things straight. His eyes stayed closed. I wasn't sure he heard me. Sighing, I adjusted his blanket. The next morning, the door swung open amid a commotion. A middle-aged man entered, Sienna trailing smugly behind. What are you doing here so early? Mrs. Harper asked, rising. I heard about Ethan, the man said. Couldn't sleep, so I came to check on him. His glance at Ethan was brief, his hands empty, no comfort, just business. Then his tone shifted. He pulled Sienna forward. It's time to finalize things for these two. A marriage between our families would be great for business. His eyes landed on me. You've known Sienna forever. She and Ethan are perfect together. Not just anyone measures up. If he was going to be that blunt, I wasn't holding back. Perfect? Who made you matchmaker? Arranged marriages are over. Ethan's barely conscious, and you're auctioning him off. Did you even ask him? The room went quiet, everyone staring. Then, a faint voice came from the bed. I don't agree. I turned. Ethan was sitting up, eyes open, legs swinging over the bed's edge, shaking. I rushed to steady him. Ethan, you're talking? Sienna stammered, her face ashen. Thanks to someone, he said, glancing at me. I decided to wake up and support her. He faced Sienna, his voice firming. You told me Emma had a surprise at the beach. When I was on the pier, you pushed me, didn't you? My phone's wrecked, he added, but my memory's fine. Sienna's face went white. Ethan, there's a mistake, Mrs. Harper said, stunned. Why would Sienna do that? Their family's business is tanking, Ethan said coldly. They needed our alliance to save it. When I wouldn't play along, she pushed me, hoping to trigger my old trauma, silence me for years so they could control me. He gave a bitter laugh. Did you think I spent my time abroad doing nothing? Mrs. Harper's face hardened, her trust in Sienna shattered. You dared hurt my son? She hissed, voice trembling. I treated you like family. You'll regret this. Ethan was her only child, and the guilt from his kidnapping fueled her rage. Auntie, it wasn't me. Sienna pleaded, but Mrs. Harper was already on her phone, ready to take action. Sienna's family was complicit, and no begging would stop her. When the room calmed, I asked Ethan, if Sienna pushed you, why not call the police? No cameras, no witnesses, he said. I bluffed to see her reaction. Without proof, the police can't act. My name cleared. I started for the door. You're leaving? Ethan asked, incredulous. What else? If you're sick, call a doctor. I'm not one. You're brutal, he said. I nearly drowned because of you, and you're just walking away? I paused. She tricked you, and you didn't check with me? Why'd you fall for it? He looked away, cheeks reddening. I thought you planned a surprise. I saw the roses you sent and thought, maybe you were confessing. Roses. I blinked. I ordered the mixed bouquet, no roses. The florist screwed up. I pulled out my phone to show the order, but he stopped me. So, you don't like me at all? He asked, eyes soft. I got excited for nothing. I froze. Words stuck. Fine, he said, sighing. You don't have to like me. I like you. That's enough. Will you give me a shot? His bluntness left me speechless. Was this a trick to get a free assistant? He pinched my cheek. What's with you? If we're together, my money's yours. Happy now? I thought of his bank balance, those endless zeros. A grin spread across my face. Life's a long journey. Maybe sharing it with someone wouldn't be so bad.